In this video, I'll show you how to solve the ALEKS problem called isotopes. This problem is going to give you the symbol of an atom, and it's asking you to report the number of protons and the number of neutrons for the atom. So first of all, the number of protons is a property of the atom, and it is a number that is given to us on the periodic table. That's the only way you're going to be able to find this out, is to look it up on the periodic table. And so what we're going to do is take the symbol. So for now, we're just completely ignoring the 209 part. We're going to take the two-letter symbol of the atom. This is bismuth, Bi, and we're going to go to a periodic table, and we're just going to look for it. There isn't really any hint at all over here about where bismuth is going to be located. Again, we're ignoring the 209 because it's not providing us with any information at all. And we're just looking for element Bi. All the periodic tables look a little bit different. You know, they're not all laid out the exact same way, but here is Bi. Now, when you find the element, you're going to see most likely you're going to see two numbers on your periodic table. So on mine, I have number 83, and your periodic table is definitely going to have that number on it as well. And then I also have this 208.980, which your periodic table might not have that number. It's not super important that it's there. The number that we're looking for, the number that we want to focus on, is the whole number, not the number that's expressed in decimal forms. We're looking for that number 83, something that is an even number, no decimal places on it at all. We just want this number up here. It's the number that is like counted on the periodic table. So if you go backwards, you can see that last guy was 82, and this one's 83, and the next one is 84. So this number 83 on the periodic table, this is the number of protons in that particular atom. And again, you're only going to be able to get this number by looking it up on the periodic table. There are no shortcuts here. There is literally no other way to do it other than maybe to Google it. So this second part, the number of neutrons, this number is like kind of the opposite. This is a number that is not on the periodic table, and it's never on the periodic table. You can't find it by looking at the periodic table, so we should make the periodic table go away because there's no way that it's going to be there. To know the number of neutrons, you actually have to calculate it for every single atom based on the symbol. That 209 number that we have on this problem is called the mass number, and the mass number is the number of protons plus the number of neutrons for the atom. Now, we just figured out that the number of protons was 83, and we know that the mass number is 209, so I could add that to this, 209. So we know that 83 plus the number of neutrons is going to be equal to 209. So we just have to get out a calculator. 209 minus 83 is 126. Now, the number of neutrons for an element or for an atom will vary. So some bismuth atoms have 126 neutrons, some of them have 127, some of them have 125, which is why this number is never on a periodic table. And the only way you're going to be able to figure out the number of neutrons is by calculating it from the mass number.